Look at this headline from the Washington Post. It reads, U.S. military mission in Syria will pose an early dilemma for Trump. And the article argues that Trump will prioritize preventing a resurgence of ISIS in the region. Florida Congressman and military veteran Greg Steube joins me now. Great to have you here, Congressman. Let's start with that. Should it be a top priority for Trump in Syria? Make sure that we see no resurgence of ISIS.
Well, the president can do that through his own measures without putting boots on the ground and deploying the military to Syria. I don't think the president supports that. I certainly don't support that. I think we need to work very closely with our Israeli partners on what they see happening on the ground in the Middle Eastern area and rely upon them for intelligence and those sort of things. And if he needs to take out ISIS targets in Syria, we can do that with all sorts of long-range capabilities that we have without putting boots on the ground there. America doesn't want another 20-year war in the Middle East. These arguments from these type of people in Washington to try to deploy our military all across the world, the American people don't support that. And I think President Trump feels that very closely from the campaign trail as to where the American people are on that. And he'll make the decisions that are best to put America first and to keep America safe.
Next one for you, Congressman. President Biden just recently signed your Federal Tax Relief Act into law. It took a while to get done, so congrats on that. But what does the bill actually do?
Yeah, now any American anywhere in the country that has been affected by a presidentially declared natural disaster will be able to deduct their expenses from their taxes for that tax year. So in a district like mine that was hit by Hurricane Ian 2 years ago, and then Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Debbie this past year, for each one of those tax years, they can deduct their expenses from their taxes. Just my district alone, because we've had 6 hurricanes in 2 years, I bet is hundreds of millions of dollars in tax relief to the American people. But people in Ohio on the train derailment, people in California with the wildfires, Hawaii with the wildfires, will be able to deduct those expenses from that tax year. So if you've already filed your taxes for 2022, you can do an amended return on those taxes with those expenses and deduct those expenses from your taxes.
Makes sense to me. Seems common sense actually winning the day. Congressman, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Great to see you.
Now this. Oh, thank you. Great to see you. We know that Donald Trump was